So let's dive into today's question, which is the market oversaturated with lettering artists? Is there a place for me? Welcome to Open Studio Podcast, space for lettering artists, illustrators, and creatives who are determined to thrive in their passion. I'm Martina Flor, and I've been through the ups and downs of building a successful creative business. From struggling to make ends meet to achieving my dream of becoming an award-winning lettering designer, I've learned valuable lessons along the way. Now, I'm here to share those lessons, strategies, and tips so that your journey can be smoother. Whether you're looking to turn your passion into a career or want insights to boost your creative business, this podcast is your guide. Join me on the Open Studio Podcast and let's make your creative dreams a reality. Hello, and welcome back to Open Studio. I'm your host, Martina Flor, and today we are continuing with this special series of episodes, short episodes, in which I will be answering the most frequently asked questions around how to build a career as a graphic artist or as a lettering artist. And today we're going to touch on a topic on one of the hottest questions that lettering artists and graphic artists ask, and one of the biggest myths of the industry of art and creativity. So stick around, because I think this episode is going to give you motivation to go ahead and do it, and to believe in yourself, and to know that you can do it as well. Now, before we start into today's episode, I want to remind you that I have compiled a guide for you, a guide that collects all of the questions that we will be answering throughout these 10 episodes in one place. So you can download it for free on martinaflor.com/guide. It's a guide that compiles all of the 10 questions that I will be answering in these episodes so that you have it in one place. And it also includes some of the stories that I have collected throughout my experience building my career as a lettering artist. I think you will enjoy it. So go ahead and download it on martinaflor.com/guide. So let's dive into today's question, which is the market oversaturated with lettering artists? Is there a place for me? And this is a common misconception. And let me start with the story. The other day, my husband was reading the news, and he turned around and he said, "Hey, Martina, do you know how many people live in the world?" And I said, well, I don't know. 800 million? And he said, 8 billion people. 8 billion people. And at the moment, that gave me such a sense of hope, that gave me such a hype, because I thought, if there's 8 billion people in this world, there's surely 100, 1,000, tens of thousands people that would like to work with me and would like to work with you, right? And that's all you need. You just need to find that people that are your ideal people. And if there's 8 billion people in this world, how is it possible that there's no room for you? How is it possible that there's no room for you to make a career as a graphic artist, as a lettering artist? How is it possible that it's not possible for you to find your ideal customers or clients? It's just so many people. The market is so big, so there's definitely a space or room for all of us. But I understand this common misconception, because as someone that is interested in lettering and graphic art, you are likely hyper-focused and actively seeking this kind of content. You're actively seeking other lettering artists. You're actively seeking for lettering or letter-related or illustration-related content. It means that you follow many artists, many lettering artists on social media. You consume books on the matter, and you're really drawn to products and events that are related to it. So this way you create this virtual bubble. And that makes you feel that there are too many lettering artists out there, because lettering artists and graphic artists are the only thing you are in contact with. But in reality, they're not. They're not. It's just this virtual bubble that you have created for yourself that it makes you believe this. And it's funny, because we create that for ourselves. We create this virtual bubble for ourselves. And this is the thing that we create is the one that is holding us back from actually moving forward and achieving our dreams of making a career as a lettering artist or a graphic artist. So think about that. Think about how we sometimes build our own bubbles and our own jails, and how much we are the ones who are holding ourselves back. No one is holding ourselves back. No one wants to purposely hold ourselves back. We do it. Our beliefs, the things that we build, or the belief system that we build around ourselves, the bubbles that we build around our mind, are the things that are holding us back. And I believe that we are right now in what I call the lettering revolution. So lettering isn't just about art anymore. It's really recognized as a skill everywhere, and is not limited to books or posters or paper. Lettering is now on the streets, in the products we use, and is also in our digital screens. So brands and companies and businesses are really recognizing its role in connecting with their ideal audiences and driving product sales. Branding agencies are recognizing the role that a custom logotype created by a lettering artist or a lettering designer has, the value that has. So this kind of expertise, the expertise of lettering, the expertise of being able to tell stories through letter forms, in our case as lettering artists, but also for graphic artists or illustrators, your expertise of being able to tell a story through unique illustrations, this is unique. This is a unique expertise, and your talent is being required right now. And especially for lettering, is an expertise that not many people possesses. So think about that. Think about the advantageous position in which you are by having an expertise that not many people possesses. And for those that are graphic artists, how many people have told you, hey, how do you do that? That's freaking amazing. Hey, your drawings are great. How do you do that? I cannot even draw. I cannot even grab a pencil. So think about that. Think about how special is this expertise that you have that very few people have, and how you are in an advantageous position in that sense. So if other people is looking for that expertise, you just need to find those people. So when it comes to lettering, every lettering designer brings something unique to the table. So if you're wondering, hey, how can I, there's too many lettering artists out there. How can I stand out? How can I bring something unique? So you are unique, and you are the only person that can do the work you do. And there's only one of yourself, right? So every lettering designer, graphic artist brings something unique to the table through their work. Yes, through your style, through the way in which you approach a project, but also through your unique personality and story. And this is where many graphic artists, many lettering artists, many creatives hold back, because they define themselves as introverts. So they hold back from sharing their story, from showing themselves. I spoke a few episodes ago, I spoke about how often I find websites of amazing artists, amazing illustrators, where I am unable to find their profile picture. So they don't show themselves. They believe that the work should speak for itself, and it doesn't. Actually, your story, your unique personality, your unique path as an artist and as a creative is what makes you stand out together with your work. So never underestimate the power of your story when it comes to connecting with potential clients, when it comes to standing out in the class and in the crowd. So this is what will set you apart and help you connect with your ideal people and with your audience. So never forget that. And I want you to leave this short episode thinking about this. There are 8 billion people in the world, and you are one of those people who has an expertise. You are in an advantageous position, because from that 8 billion people in the world, you are one of those that people wonders, how do you do it? How do you create this beautiful work? I cannot even draw. How do you do that? Right? So there's 8 billion people in the world. Don't you think that you have the chance to work for at least a dozen or 100 of those 8 billion? Don't you think that in that 8 billion, you will find those hundreds or thousands of people that will want to connect with you and that find you and your work amazing? Of course you do. There are thousands of graphic artists and lettering artists making a living from their work, and you can do that too. So the market is not oversaturated. You have created this lettering-centric bubble that doesn't let you see beyond and doesn't let you connect with the people you can better help with your work. But as you leave that bubble, you will find that what you have to offer, what your skills and your unique expertise is unique, and people are looking for that. People are looking for uniqueness. So you have a great advantage in this world with 8 billion people that you could work for. So I hope this snappy episode and short, will motivate you to debunk those beliefs around whether you can do it or not as a lettering artist or illustrator, because you can. And thank you so much for joining today's episode, and see you on the next episode of Open Studio. Bye-bye. So this is it. I hope you loved this episode. You can find me, the host of the show, on social networks at Martina Flor on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. If you have a question or comments, go to martinaflor.com/podcast, where you can see previous episodes, find show notes, and send voice memos with your comments and questions. You can also watch these episodes on YouTube. Just go to martinaflor.com/YouTube to find them. You can, of course, listen to all our episodes on your favorite podcast platform. If you loved this episode, subscribe to this podcast. And if you leave us a review, it will help others find us. Thank you all for listening, and see you in the next episode of Martina Flor's Open Studio. Bye-bye.